Hello, welcome to our MyMathLab course for Math 145. I'm just going to give you a quick little tour, show you where everything is and how to start doing your homework assignments. When you log in, you will always see this home page, and your most recent upcoming assignments will be listed right here. So you can see that you have an assignment due on January 19th, that's section 2.1, and it tells you that your next assignment is due in 7 days and 18 hours. So, you could view the homework assignment by clicking the link right here, or you can go over to the homework section and then that'll show you all your homework assignments, and you could then click the link in there. Notice that there's a calendar up on the top. If you scroll forward to next Monday, it tells you that there's an assignment due, and that assignment is section 2.1. So let's take a look at that homework assignment. So if you click the link, it opens up the list of all the problems for the section 2.1 homework assignment, and you can pick and choose which one you want to do first. It doesn't matter what order you do them in. So I'm going to start with number 1, and this will open the homework assignment problem in a pop-up window, so you may have to adjust your pop-up blockers if you have those on. And the problem will be always listed up on the top, and it might have multiple parts, and then you can answer the parts as you come down. It tells you on the bottom how many parts are remaining, so at this point it's only allowing you to answer part A right here, find the limit. In the blue, this would give you the answer for part A. This is one option for A. You could select that the limit exists and put a number, or you could choose that the limit does not exist. And all of this is referring to the function graphed over here. Now the graph is quite small, so there's a little magnifying glass, and that will open it in a larger window for you to investigate. You could also make it really big, but I'm not going to do that in this video. So there's that option. So say you choose an answer. I think that the answer is 1/2. If I need to make a fraction, notice that there's a bar over on the left-hand side with various different buttons in it. Those buttons allow you to do fractions or square roots or exponents or absolute value, etc. So if I want to make a fraction, I would click the fraction bar, and then these areas that are shaded in blue are areas where I could type. So if I think the answer is 1/2, then I would type 1/2, and then I can go ahead and check my answer. My answer isn't correct, and so MyMathLab gives me a hint about what to do to try again. So then I could, take that hint, and then I could retry the problem. Every problem has unlimited attempts, and so usually what that means is you can work on a problem maybe 2 or 3 different times, and that if you've attempted the same problem 2 or 3 different times, it depends on the problem. Sometimes it changes after 2, sometimes it's after 3. Then what happens is it will give you the exact same problem, but it'll change the numbers. So for example, with this problem, if I attempted it, say 4 times, it might change the graph. So it might have the same type of picture, but it might shift it up or down so that the answer is going to be different. So that doesn't mean that you can no longer work on the previous problem. It's still going to count for question 1 on the homework. It's just giving you different numbers, so you're not stuck working with the same numbers the whole time. So just keep that in mind. If you're working on a problem repeatedly, the numbers will change as you're working on it, but that doesn't mean that you're not getting points for that particular problem from the homework set. Say you're working on a problem and you want some help. There are a couple options over here on the right. You could do help me solve this. That'll show you kind of step by step what you want to be doing, or you can view an example, and that'll show you an example also worked out step by step. If you hit the textbook, this opens up the corresponding section from your textbook. This is the e-book, and I'll also show you how you could access the book from outside of a homework assignment. So you could view the book. You don't necessarily have to be within the homework assignment. This is the same content that's in the textbook that you would buy at the bookstore. It's just you don't have to actually buy the hard copy of the book to use this. You navigate with the arrows, and you can also, this took me straight to section 2.1 because that's the section the homework is coming from, but it is possible to view other sections from within MyMathLab. Okay, so working on a problem, I'm just going to go ahead and close this since we don't need to do the problem. This will show me all the problems that I've worked on, and it also will show me the scores on those problems that I've completed. If you get a question right, it will have a green check mark. If you get it wrong, it will have a red X, and so you can easily tell which problems you need to go back to. Let's talk about the textbook. If you want to view the ebook, you would click Chapter Contents. Now, Chapter Contents you can view through here, or if you know what chapter you want to go to, so say we're starting in Chapter 2, I probably want to go to Chapter 2.1, then I can go ahead and jump straight to Chapter 2.1. There's a little video presentation, or I can access the e-text, or I can look at the study plan. So let's go ahead and click the e-text. This takes a moment to load, and then you'll have access to the full textbook starting with section 2.1. Notice that you can also navigate throughout the book over here on the left, and so if you are looking back in 2.1, but then you would like to go, let's say, to 2.4, then you can go ahead and jump ahead to 2.4. And again, navigation between pages happens up on the top using these forwards and backwards arrows. Okay? Alright, that's pretty much it for MyMathLab. If you ever kind of get stuck, you can always go back to the course home, and that'll have everything organized just like this. Let me know if you can't find anything, or if anything is organized in a confusing way, and I can go ahead and make adjustments as needed. Alright, that's all for now. Until next time.